A live look over M&T Bank Stadium this morning as the wait is finally over. Game day is here as the Ravens look to punch their ticket to Super Bowl 58. First order of business today, beat the Chiefs. And a story first on Fox of a man serving over 100 years for murder. He's now sharing his side, hoping a viral video could finally set him free.
And we are off to a very wet start this morning. I'll let you know exactly what that means for game day later this afternoon in a couple of minutes.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 Morning News.
That's right. We are only a few hours away from the Ravens taking on the Chiefs in the AFC Championship. Excitement has Charm City buzzing, and some of our city officials even got in on the TikTok trend to get fans pumped for the big game. Take a look at this. Yep, that's
where the Ravens flock. Of course, the bank is going to be off the hook this Sunday.
We're Ravens flock. Of course, we do the park hike strut every time Lamar scores a touchdown.
We're the Ravens flock. Of course, our boys represent.
Oh, I got to throw in one here. And of course, some of you are sharing your pictures. You've chimed them in for the Ravens game. Thank you, George Bernardino, sharing this picture of Milo wearing a Ravens bandana, and Judy Bridget sharing this picture of her baby for rescue named Duke. He's got his own jersey sitting on top of a Ravens blanket there. And Tina Seagrave sent us this picture of her 6-month-old, who's already just a big old Ravens fan. And the emergency room nurses sent from GBMC, they gave us this picture as they're cheering on the Ravens too. Whether you're heading down to the stadium, rocking a jersey, going to a watch party, hanging out at tailgate, we want to see how you're cheering on the Birds. Scan that QR code. It'll take you to foxbaltimore.com where you can upload your pictures and videos, all of it powered by Stackla. Well, thanks for being with us this Sunday, January 28th, also known as Ravens Day. I'm Taylor Stewart. Let's talk about your forecast, though. Meteorologist Amy Aronson, I got to tell you, a little slick. Hearing challenging his conviction in March. His original attorney is hoping the video confession will lead to a brand new trial. For more on Sterling's story, head to foxbaltimore.com. All right, take a look at this. The Maryland Transportation Authority says 43 vehicles were involved in an early morning crash on Bay Bridge just Saturday morning. MDTA officials say it happened around 8. But have not said how the crash happened, but said weather may have played a role in this. Visibility near the Bay Bridge at the time was only about a quarter of a mile due to fog. Officials say 23 vehicles were involved in the initial train reaction, and then an additional 20 cars were involved in a secondary crash. 13 people were hurt, 2 were seriously injured, but officials say they expect everyone to be okay. Wow. President Biden taking a stronger stance on border security, promising to close the border only if Congress can come to an agreement.
We are starting off very soggy this morning. Heaviest rain moving through the region as we speak. I'll let you know exactly what to expect later this afternoon in Baltimore for the Ravens game in a couple of minutes. It's 7:07. You're watching Fox 45 Morning News.
Fox 45 News, winner of 16 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other Baltimore news stations combined.
All right, as the clock continues down to game time, there is plenty of Ravens fans to do right around M&T Bank Stadium, and a few iconic players who will be in attendance that you don't want to miss out on here. Parking lots to the stadium open at 10:30 this morning. The Ravens Walk opens at 11. Those stadium gates fly open at 1 p.m., so you've got time to get there, get situated, and get your groove on. Then kickoff slated for 3 p.m. Of course, it would not be an AFC Championship matchup in Baltimore without some Charm City superstars. Here's who we're talking about. Ray Lewis and Ed Reed will be honored as legends of the game. Jonathan Ojen will serve as the honorary captain today. Plus, Terrell Suggs and Quan Bolden, they're going to be hanging out on Ravens Walk, doing some interviews before kickoff. Of course, we're going to listen to the Morgan State University Choir. They're going to sing that national anthem today, so be sure you're in your seat to hear them sing. Then, 23-time Olympic gold medalist, Baltimore native Michael Phelps will deliver that game ball. At halftime, get this, T-Pain's going to rock the crowd for a special AFC Championship performance. You don't want to miss it. And of course, we want to see all of this, guys. If you're going to the stadium, if you have on some cool Ravens gear, if you are at a watch party, let us know how you're cheering on the Birds today. Scan the QR code. Go to foxbaltimore.com. You can upload your pictures there. Everything is powered by Stackla. President Biden says he's willing to take a hardline stance at the border if Congress passes a bipartisan immigration deal. In a statement on Saturday, Biden vowed to shut down the border if necessary. It is his longest and rather strongest statement on the border yet. As he urges lawmakers to pass the Senate's bipartisan immigration proposal, Senate negotiators have not yet finalized that deal. But in a letter to House Republicans Friday, Speaker Mike Johnson says it will be dead on arrival. He claims Biden will not act on the border even if a deal is reached. Parents and students demanding better security inside city schools. Questions still remain on how leadership will actually make the changes required. And a terrifying warning for parents as Project Baltimore's Chris Pabst investigates the reason why a teen rapist was released and allowed back into school. More on that story just ahead. You're watching Fox 45 Morning News, all local, all morning. In your morning health alert, doctors at the Family Health Center of NYU are concerned that the Stanley Cup craze could cause overhydration. Doctors say the 40-ounce sized cup could lead to drinking excessive amounts of water. According to medical experts, typically for women, 2 cups of water is more than enough. For men, 3 cups is plenty. They also say too much water can dilute your body's needs for electrolytes. So as tempting as it may be to drink from your new Stanley Cup every couple of minutes, experts are recommending you drink only when your body says so. In other health news, New York City is now the first major city to designate social media as a public health crisis. It comes as dozens of states are taking legal action against certain platforms for allegedly putting children in danger. National correspondent Atra Al-Anshar has a closer look at the issue from social media companies and what they say they're working to fix.
The mayor of America's biggest city taking on an issue parents across the country wrestle with every day.
Companies like TikTok, YouTube, Facebook are fueling a mental health crisis by designing their platforms with addictive and dangerous features.
New York City Mayor Eric Adams comparing social media to tobacco and guns. The city's health commissioner, Dr. Ashwin Vasan, issuing an advisory encouraging adults who interact with kids to implement tech-free times, discuss social media use in an open-minded way, and model healthy social media use.
We cannot stand by and let big tech monetize our children's privacy and jeopardize their mental health.
Scientific research is inconclusive. The American Psychological Association notes using social media is not inherently beneficial or harmful to young people. Platforms have been taking steps to address concerns. On Thursday, Meta, which owns Instagram and Facebook, added measures to protect minors from unwanted direct messages. And coming soon, a parental control for teens with supervised accounts if they want to change a setting.
Like who can message them, what their privacy of their account is, what their sensitive content control setting is. To anything more open, their parent is going to have to approve that.
Meta tells us it's not commenting directly on Mayor Adams' remarks, but said the use of the word addiction is often political, not scientific, and pointed us to their other safety features they say directly refute claims its platforms are dangerous, like help alerts for self-harm and eating disorders. Meta also facing a lawsuit brought by New Mexico's Attorney General, arguing Facebook and Instagram put minors in physical danger, alleging human traffickers searched Facebook for attractive young girls and sent them messages telling them that they were pretty and asking if they would like to make some money. Meta also tells us they work with the authorities to root out predators on their sites. We're certain to hear more next week when top tech CEOs testify before a Senate panel. On Capitol Hill, I'm Atra Al-Anshar.
Ahead of the big game, Governor Wes Moore with a friendly bet for the governor of Kansas. We'll tell you about that just ahead. But we are rainy to start off your day. It won't put a damper on the Ravens championship game day, though. After the break, meteorologist Amy Aronson is tracking that rain and how long it will impact those flocking to M&T Bank Stadium. You're watching Fox 45 Morning News, all local, all morning. Outrage over a Project Baltimore investigation that found a 15-year-old rapist was allowed to attend a Baltimore City public school. As Project Baltimore's Chris Papst explains, under current state laws, some juvenile sex offenders are actually allowed to be in class with other students, which means there could be more.
I think it's outrageous.
Lisa Jordan is the executive director of the Maryland Coalition Against Sexual Assault. She's been an advocate for sex assault victims for more than 20 years and says what Project Baltimore found is alarming because it could be happening more often than we know.
I think it makes me wonder if the school system is fully appreciating kind of the mindset of sex offenders.
Tonight, the mother of a rape victim has come forward with a terrifying warning for parents.
On Wednesday, Project Baltimore broke the news when we interviewed this mother, who we are not identifying to protect her child. In May of last year, when her daughter was 3 years old, she was sexually abused by a now 15-year-old relative, who we are not identifying because he is a minor.
What I'm trying to do is make sure that this doesn't happen to another child or family. And I'm, in a sense, trying to seek justice for my child.
Records show on December 27th, the 15-year-old entered a plea in Harford County Court to second-degree rape, a charge that does involve intercourse. But he was not sent to juvenile detention. Instead, the Department of Juvenile Services recommended probation and counseling for sex offense-specific treatment. As a convicted rapist, he was ordered to have no unsupervised contact with children under 15. But look at this. The court order also says mandatory school attendance or GED. In January, the 15-year-old, now convicted rapist, returned to class at Patterson High School in Baltimore City. And because the rapist is a juvenile who is not on the sex offender registry, the school system was not legally allowed to alert the public.
I think the law needs to change when it comes to juvenile offenders. I understand wanting to rehabilitate juveniles for minor crimes, but a felony, and a slap on the wrist, what are you teaching them? You're just teaching them, oh, I can do this, and they're just going to send me back out on the street to do this again.
And Project Baltimore has learned it's very unlikely this is an isolated case. There could be many more juveniles who committed serious crimes attending Maryland public schools. This report by the Department of Juvenile Services lists juvenile charges filed in the fiscal year 2023. Statewide, juveniles were charged with about 338 felony sex offenses. We can't see how many individuals were charged, just the number of offenses. Out of the charges that have been resolved, about 12 resulted in juveniles being committed to a DJS facility, while about 48 resulted in probation, meaning the juveniles who committed those 48 sex crimes could have ended up back in school, just like the student at Patterson, who also received probation.
A lot of sex offenders are very opportunistic, and putting them in a school, there's a lot of opportunity there.
Under state law, a juvenile sex offender who is not on the registry cannot be barred from attending school in person, except in certain cases.
They should be able to say, this is a serious sex offense. Let's keep the child out of school until we can really make some stronger protections and make sure our other students are safe.
Project Baltimore reached out to Baltimore City Schools asking if the student will remain at Patterson or if other options such as online learning are being considered. In a statement, City Schools said it cannot discuss individual students, but in such circumstances, school systems can only remove a student from their school placement if they follow specific legal protocols and there is specific evidence of an imminent threat of serious harm to the health and safety of other students and staff. But Jordan says the process is backwards.
Let's educate the child at home, online. We have the structure. Let's do that until we are sure that we can keep the other students safe.
This mom told Project Baltimore she feels Maryland laws are trending towards putting the rights of juvenile offenders over potential victims.
Everything's hush-hush, everything's sealed. But what we do know is protecting the offender. He'll live a pretty normal life because there's no consequences.
Well, I think it's very important that we protect juvenile justice, that we are respectful of all children. But the way the regulations have been written in this situation, they don't seem to take victims into account at all.
Project Baltimore has learned this same 15-year-old student has been accused in a second case in Baltimore County where he has been charged with second-degree rape. We have spoken with the alleged victim's family member, and we'll have more on that story Monday. I'm Chris Pabst, and this is Project Baltimore.
Project Baltimore wants to hear from you. Do you have a story to share about your child's education or a concern you'd like our team to investigate? Go ahead and call that tip line on your screen. You can send us an email to projectbaltimore@foxbaltimore.com. You can also find us on social media. All right, let's get over to your forecast. Meteorologist Amy Aronson with all we need to know for the game and the rain that's kind of dissipated right now, but not done for the day.
Yeah, little break right now, not bad at the moment. It is cool out there and breezy, 43 degrees, mostly cloudy, but we will be tracking some on and off showers for the remainder of the day. So it's not going to be downpours, not heavy rain, more showers and breezy conditions for the rest of your Sunday. Brisk to start off a brand new work week, so cooler air will move back in for tomorrow and cold enough for a little bit of snow mixing in with some rain by midweek with our next weather maker. This is weather maker number 1. This is what's on its way out, taking the heaviest rain along with it. Some wraparound showers coming in behind it, but nothing as heavy as what we saw earlier this morning. So that actually bodes well if you're headed out to M&T Bank Stadium today. But we're not totally in the clear. This is the reason why you still want to bring the rain jackets with you. We've got some on and off showers showing up right around 3 o'clock, so right around kickoff, and then lingering through the evening as that actual area of low pressure rotates through our region. Behind this, mostly cloudy overnight through Monday morning. Monday morning looks drier now, and we stay drier, but also breezy to kick off a brand new work week. If you're tailgating today, these numbers just updated, this forecast just updated, mostly cloudy with just a little bit of light drizzle, so not a complete washout. Temperatures will be cool though, and it will be breezy with winds gusting up to 20-25 miles an hour from the northeast, so make sure you wear lots of layers. We want to see how you're tailgating today. Send us your pictures, foxbaltimore.com/chime-in. And if you're headed to the actual game, I'd also dress for some on and off showers, breezy conditions, and temperatures in the mid to low 40s throughout that game. So here's your game day checklist. Rain jackets, great idea. Sweatshirts, lots of layers, rain boots, and hats. You want to make sure you stay warm with winds gusting in from the northeast throughout that game, and temperatures actually stuck in the 40s. Tomorrow we take rain out of the forecast, mostly cloudy, highs in the upper 40s. We stay dry through Tuesday. Here comes that next weather maker. It's not a strong system. I think we're tracking a mix of rain and some snow showers mixing in. Right now, doesn't really look like any accumulations from that. We will be drier again both Thursday and Friday with temperatures improving, getting back into the low 50s at least briefly. As of now, it looks like next weekend starts off dry, but we are tracking a drop in temperatures. It will be cool again, feeling like winter with temperatures in the low 40s next Saturday. Taylor?
All right, later on the show, find out all the fun fan events that are taking place today on game day as they look to punch their Super Bowl 58 ticket. Those Ravens are going to do it today. But it's not just them, and it's not just the Chiefs coming to town. The anticipation of one superstar generating excitement on and off the field. You're watching Fox 45 Morning News Weekend Edition. All local, all morning. So strange. Trending this morning, Ravens fans are getting excited for the AFC Championship happening just a few hours here. And Swifties are wondering if Taylor Swift is making her way to Charm City. Last week, we got a first look at some NFL-inspired Taylor supplies you can stock up on ahead of the big game.
We have everything for all Taylor Swift fans.
Okay.
And Taylor herself. We have a special sweatshirt for Taylor.
That's cute.
Some of our best sellers are the To-Do Taylor notepad, our tote bag, of course, the mug.
Okay.
All kinds of stickers for all the Swifties, key rings.
The only one that we can't sell today, I'm sorry, is this one that says "Go Taylor's Boyfriend." We're going to turn that one over.
Okay, go ahead.
All the other stuff is good.
Yes, definitely. So yeah, and just in case once Taylor is here, she wants to switch over on the other side, the purple side, she can join us. We made this specially for her.
There you go, Taylor. We have something for you. You can come by the station and we'll give it to you.
Well, one Swiftie standing out, Hannah, a pediatric cardiology patient at Johns Hopkins Children's Center, who's waiting for a heart transplant.
Are you in any pain, Hannah?
No pain because Taylor Swift is coming to Baltimore.
She's coming to Baltimore?
Yes.
Oh, doctors, nurses, and tech showed Hannah they, too, can be Swifties, helping Hannah focus on fun for the day. Now we'll just have to wait and see if Taylor does make an appearance today at M&T Bank Stadium. On this championship game day, the FOX45 morning crew goes head-to-head to see who has the most gridiron knowledge for this week's pigskin predictions. That's coming next. And lawmakers are trying to find ways to get more police officers trained and ready to work. The workaround one legislator is proposing and the concerns being raised about it. You're watching Fox 45 Morning News, all local, all morning.
Just count to 10 for me.
What do you want me to?
Count to 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All good? All right, perfect. Thank you. I'll come back to you in about like 2-3 minutes. So I'm going to do this as my, I'm sorry, talking to them. I'm going to do this as my bump shot, and then after this shot, I'm going to go right to Melissa. Is that correct? Perfect.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 Morning News.
I paid $300 for the ticket. The tickets in that section are actually going for $1,200 if you put them online.
Ooh, I'm almost afraid to say it was about 600, a little over 600, but that's okay. That's what a good true Ravens fan would do.
Well, that's pricey. Live look now over M&T Bank Stadium, where Ravens will be cheering on their team for the championship game today against the Kansas City Chiefs. If you're not able to secure a ticket for Sunday's AFC Championship game, there's plenty of watch parties in our area, so you can still enjoy the game with other Ravens fans. Bars and restaurants are offering special food and drinks, deals, music, and most importantly, a game viewing experience. You can see the full list on our website, foxbaltimore.com. Thanks for being with us this Sunday, January 28th. I'm Taylor Stewart. It's time to pump up your day for this game. Let's get to your forecast first. Meteorologist Amy Aronson with a look at what we're expecting today.
Yeah, radar looks fine right now, so we are taking a break from the rain. If you're headed out extra early to tailgate, you're actually in not bad shape right now. But if you plan to spend the whole day down by M&T Bank Stadium and stay there for the game, I would bring the rain jacket because showers will return later this afternoon. Low 40s. There is a little bit of a chill in the air. Winds are coming in from the northeast. They're going to gust as high as 25 miles an hour as that system wraps through our region today. And we are tracking some on and off showers throughout the later half of the morning, heading into the afternoon. It's not going to be real heavy rain for the game, just going to be kind of damp with some scattered showers throughout. And temperatures will be hanging out in the mid to low 40s with winds still gusting as high as 25 miles per hour up through the afternoon and the evening there too. Now, coming up in 10 minutes, I'll take you through a more detailed timeline for what to expect for the remainder of the day in Baltimore, but we'll also look ahead to our next weather maker that actually comes with the chance for some snow showers too. Taylor?
All right, sounds good. We're starting off here in a city in crisis. While police departments across Maryland and in Baltimore City are experiencing staff shortages, there are new efforts to combat eligibility requirements to recruit more officers. Maryland Senator Cheryl Kagan has introduced legislation to change the citizenship requirement for some police officers applicants in Maryland who have prior military experience. Kagan said several states across the country have already allowed for this change.
They are willing to serve our communities and put their lives on the line again, keeping our neighborhoods safe. We should welcome them.
Some people worry this plan could lead to more problems than solutions.
I think any effort to try to fill open police positions by reducing minimum professional standards for applicants or for candidates for law enforcement positions is a bad idea.
It's not the first time changing police eligibility requirements has been a topic of discussion. Previously, there were calls to eliminate hiring practices that would disqualify police applicants for past use of marijuana.
How can a fire truck, any fire truck, get through here? How can an ambulance get through here?
It creates a congestion that is unnerving and unnecessary.
Well, continuing coverage here as complaints appear to be growing over the city's plan to reduce traffic lanes, making space for more bike lanes. In West Baltimore, residents say the move is putting their lives in danger. Community leaders along Gwynns Falls Parkway say city transportation officials have failed to satisfy their concerns about the redesign of the busy westbound roadway. In October, the city reduced the 2-lane road to just 1 lane and added a parking lane. However, the redesign has created blocks of congestion. Traffic has billowed over and eliminated emergency vehicles from gaining access to the area. At a virtual meeting this week, city transportation officials told residents that the redesign of the road is for safety on those roads.
Trying to reduce crashes, trying to keep neighbors who are driving through there from bringing crashes, trying to keep your cars from being hit.
Transportation officials couldn't answer how many crashes had taken place on the road, but residents are demanding the city provide the community with a safer design. But so far, city officials are not budging. FOX45's Jeff Abel has been following this controversy surrounding bike lanes both in and around Baltimore City. For more of his reporting, you can head to our website, foxbaltimore.com. All right, we're just hours away from the AFC Championship game at M&T Bank Stadium, and fans are already ready. Ravens fan Melissa Oliver joining us now live from M&T Bank Stadium. A little cold out there, Melissa, huh? You're not bothered by the cold, are you?
Cold, yes. Nope. I'm out here with the hubby, with the mister, trying to set up, ready for the game, ready to beat the Chiefs. Yes, we're ready.
That's awesome. So how long have you been out there this morning? And I'm curious to know, what is your setup going to be? What is the plan for today?
So we've been out here a little bit before 7. It was still raining, but the rain has tapered off, looks like. Still a little damp, but it's okay. Our plans is to tailgate, to have much food, much fun, and to basically make sure that the Ravens cheer on the Ravens so that they will win today and go on to the Super Bowl.
Love to see it. It's 8:30, so I've got to guess you're probably a die-hard. Any predictions for how this game will shake up today?
The predictions is that this is Ravens Nations, and we will beat the Chiefs. That's the prediction.
I love it. I love it. So do you have tickets?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm curious, how much were they?
We are PSL holders.
Okay, there you go. A season ticket holder, got to do it that right way. Any parting words for the Ravens? What would you say to the Ravens right now if you could speak to Lamar, if you could get in that locker room and give them a little pump up? What would you say about where the city wants them to be today?
Lamar, we need you to just go out there and do your thing. We need all you guys to join in and work together as a team, work hard, play hard, fight hard, and know that we, the Ravens fans, are cheering you on. We love y'all, and we just really looking forward to seeing you guys at the Super Bowl.
Melissa, thank you. The city's got their back. The city has got their back. All right.
Yes, got your back.
See you later, Melissa.
Thank you.
Well, if you are heading down to the bank today, you need to know about all the events that are happening around the stadium and in Charm City, along with the fan favorite players who are going to be in attendance.
And we are looking at a rainy start to the day. I'll let you know exactly what to expect for game day later on in a couple of minutes.